How to Survive High School, the Complete Study Guide. What is high school? There are many viewpoints that high school can be looked at depending on the effect it leaves on a certain person. For example, to parents, the only worries they see in high school is your grade. They do not know the issues the modern teenager faces every day in school. Parents see high school as a place to nurture the child's mind and build stepping stones in life, which it may be actually that, but there are many obstacles that you will face on these 4-year journey. Teachers will probably be more understanding because they are also in the same surroundings as you, just as much, but see high school as a way to help students reach potentials they never thought they could. But the only person that could have a correct vision on high school is you. And it can change from person to person, but it all matters on how you make these moments that begin your lifetime memories.
Of her. She's like a Martian.
God, my hips are huge. Oh, please. I hate my calves.
At least you guys can wear halters. I've got man shoulders.
I used to think there was just fat and skinny. Apparently, there's a lot of things that can be wrong on your body. My hairline is so weird.
My pores are huge.
I know, but suck. I have really bad breath in the morning.
Ew.
Accept who you are. Accepting who you are can mean a lot of different things to different people. To the lonely girl sitting by herself at lunch, she may have already accepted herself and could possibly already be happy. On the other hand, the wannabe princess who thinks she has so many flaws and is constantly trying to change herself is not happy. Accepting who you are in high school is somewhat tough. You worry about what people think, what the school will think, and what society at large may think. Lastly, when you accept who you are, don't be ashamed. That is who you are. That is your character, your personality, unique traits that no one else in the world has. High school is a lot easier when a student accepts who he or she is and stands up for their beliefs.
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd. 2 weeks later, we spoke again.
It's raining.
Yeah. But I wanted things to move faster, so I followed my instincts. Hey, I'm totally lost. Can you help me? But I wasn't lost.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what Miss Norbury was talking about.
It's a factorial, so you multiply each one by n.
Wrong. Is that the summation?
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Wrong. He was so wrong. Thanks. I get it now.
Okay.
Be proactive with your work. No matter what, in high school, work should always come first. You will not be worrying about the same issues you face now in 10 years, but you will be worrying about getting a job and going to college, and the work you accomplish in high school now is the beginning of how you're going to complete it in the future. One way to stay proactive is by listening to your language. Don't speak in a way where you give your power to someone else. For example, saying, "That's me, that's just the way I am. If only I attend a different school with better friends, I'd be happy." Or even, "Thanks, you ruined my day." By saying these, you are handing the remote control to your life to someone else. For example, proactive people may not be offended as easily. Take responsibility for the choices, and think before they act. The only thing you can control in life is your attitude, and nothing else. So, it's best to change your setbacks into triumphs and say "I can" rather than "I can't." You can accomplish anything depending on your mindset.
Here, this map is going to be your guide to North Shore. Now, where you sit in the cafeteria is crucial because you got everybody there. You got your freshmen, ROTC guys, preps, JV jocks, Asian nerds, cool Asians, varsity jocks, unfriendly black hotties, girls who eat their feelings, girls who don't eat anything, desperate wannabes, burnouts, sexually active band geeks, the greatest people you will ever meet, and the worst. Beware of the plastic.
Develop the right relationships. This is a very important decision that you're going to make in life. The first thing you have to do is look for people who like you for you. If you have to change the way you are to meet someone else's standards or are forced in doing something that you are not comfortable in doing, then it's not worth it. If you feel like your life is getting out of control depending on the people you are around, then it is okay to be selfish and control it, for your well-being and even your safety. Second, you should never try to be popular. In high school, popularity may seem like the most important thing, mostly to girls. But in reality, how is this going to benefit in your future? It isn't. But the small group you have with a couple of true friends will be there for you in the future. Balance your social life and school life. To balance your social and school life, you have to put first things first. It is good to realize what is urgent, important, and something that can wait. We live in a world of urgency. Everything seems like it's moving quickly and needs to be done right at that second. That's why it's best to make sure you are organized and realize you have to balance out your social wheel in life to fit your preference. I'm sure we've all watched movies about high school and saw parties, freedom, and other fun things to look forward to, but there's always something that needs to be kept track of before going out for the weekend and procrastinating till Sunday. There's one solution to handle this, and it's knowing what is more important than others, like schoolwork, and go down your list of social life to organize your schedule accurately.
Rebecca Ann Sedgwick was laid to rest today, just a few weeks shy of her 13th birthday. She was known as Becca, and police say she took her life after getting bullied relentlessly by kids on the internet. As Michelle Miller reports, Becca left behind a message about the power of words.
Many of the teens at Rebecca Ann Sedgwick's funeral wore bright-colored ribbons and T-shirts. They say it was to draw attention to the internet messages they believe convinced the 12-year-old she was better off dead. Tricia Norman is Rebecca's mother.
What was said to Becca that you'll never, ever be able to erase from your memory?
You haven't killed yourself yet. Go jump off of a building. That's another big one because that's exactly what she did. Sorry.
In the hours before she jumped from this tower, Rebecca left phone and online messages to her closest friends to say goodbye.
Does it grieve you, though, that she didn't open up to you, that it had started again?
It makes me angry, and it hurts because she's always came and told me everything.
The worst taunts came from a group of 15 students. They began last year.
I started seeing a sadder Rebecca, and then she went to counseling for about 3 or 4 months after that. Her last appointment, the counselor asked her how she felt, and she said she thought she was doing a lot better.
She changed schools. Her mother took her cell phone away and monitored Rebecca's online accounts. But police say the bullies began to target Rebecca on social media her mother didn't know about. Authorities are looking at whether they can file cyber-stalking charges against the middle schoolers.
I mean, where do they get this hatred from? I mean, who's teaching the hatred to these kids that they're just going to be that mean to somebody? I want them to pay for it because they took my baby away. They took her confidence away. They took her self-worth away. And now she's gone from me.
Rebecca Ann Sedgwick kept a journal. In it, she wrote, "How many lives have to be lost until people realize words do matter?" Michelle Miller, CBS News, Lakeland, Florida.
Fight against bullying. How do you feel after watching that video? Have you faced a similar issue with bullying? Rebecca was only 12 years old, and she lost her life due to social anxiety. And Rebecca was only one out of a million girls and boys that are not only affected by bullying, but committed suicide because of it every day. There are many types of bullying, but only one way to handle it, and it is to conquer it. The more you hide how you feel, the more it's going to pile up and explode in the end. No one deserves to be bullied. So even if you are not being victimized, if you see it as happening to someone else, it is best to speak out rather than to be a bystander. And if it's you that's breaking people down mentally, laughing at someone for a disability, or starting rumors, why? What's the point? It's best to stop before your actions victimize you. So, by all means, stand up against bullying and overpower the people that bring the hatred because only you can judge yourself.
87 minutes of very competitive play. We have a tie. In the event of a tie, we move into a sudden death round. Each team is given the opportunity to choose their opponent. North Shore, who do you select?
The girl, dude. The girl.
Contestant Kraft.
For Marymount, Ms. Carolyn Kraft.
We picked the girl too.
And from North Shore, Ms. Caddy Heron.
It's Katie. Oh my God, that's me. Miss Carolyn Kraft seriously needed to pluck her eyebrows. Her outfit looked like it was picked out by a blind Sunday school teacher. And she had some 99-cent lip gloss on her snaggletooth.
And that's when I realized making fun of Carolyn Kraft wouldn't stop her from beating me in this contest.
Contestants, find the limit of this equation.
Calling somebody else fat won't make you any skinnier. Calling someone stupid doesn't make you any smarter. And ruining Regina George's life definitely didn't make me any happier. All you can do in life is try to solve the problem in front of you.
Never give up. Never giving up is the most vital trait a high school student can have. When you give up, you never know how close you were to your actual goal. Being a high school student, giving up just seems like the most easiest way out. The choice to keep going is yours, because giving up can have its serious consequences. When you give up, you become a quitter. Quitters have no chance in achieving anything in life. In order to survive high school, in order to be happy, in order to get the best grades possible, you cannot give up. High school students most always think of an easy way to get through the situation, but they think short-term gains for long-term problems. When you give up, you automatically lose, and if you have a giving up mindset for the 4 years of high school, you're not going to do very well.
For 15 years, I fantasized about everyone noticing me. And for the first time since I got my braces off, I didn't feel invisible. This year would be my year. For once, I wouldn't be overlooked.
You are the J-Town. But nobody can know that I like you.
Sometimes being a teenager makes you want to die.
Guys like Maddie don't go for girls like us.
That was hardcore humiliation.
This came in the mail for you. Sweetie, I'm not paying Dominique to do your hair anymore if you're not gonna style it.
Jenna, as you are now, you could disappear and no one would notice. Stop being such a pussy. A friend? It's gonna take me away. Whoever wrote that letter didn't pull any punches. It was the truth, and the truth hurt.
Did she exhibit any warning signs?
My daughter is suicidal. I can't even imagine what she was feeling when she wrote that letter.
It was a misunderstanding of epic proportions.
So Jenna, tell me, how did it make you feel when you read the letter?
Crappy,
Considering your recent...
accident. I didn't try to kill myself.
You weren't planning to ingest these, were you?
They're breath mints.
So they are.
So hot. The loser wants us to talk about her. That's why she did it. It was a pathetic ploy for attention. She should go to church.
That girl?
That girl.
I heard when they pumped that girl's stomach, they found like
Pop rocks and coke.
because she was huffing spray paint, 700 pills.
What kind of pills?
What is the fascination with me? Like a bad car crash on the side of the road? Everyone wants a peek. Being that girl was my new identity.
One more.
But I won't let it define me.
Girl.
Your meds are malfunctioning.
Everyone's gonna stare. I might as well go on stage.
Our contestants will now change into each other's clothes. The team that gets dressed first will win. Win it to win. Go. Yes, you in the back.
I'm not raising my hand.
Hey, you have some serious backbone.
Which is about the only thing not broken on me. Babe, gonna grab Froyo?
Just go without me.
Things were looking up. Besides my arm.
In the show Awkward on MTV, a girl named Jenna Hamilton is new in high school and goes through a lot with friends, boys, teachers, and parents. She makes bad decisions that cause her to hit rock bottom, for example, losing all her friends and becoming addicted to drugs, but ends up getting a wake-up call and getting her life back on track throughout high school by figuring out who her real friends are and loving herself for who she is. She figures out who was really there for her and who was just dragging her down. She thinks intentionally and unintentionally to either fit in or just stand out of the crowd. The main purpose of our high school years is strictly to just survive. I've learned so much on how teenagers think in different situations, how they are handled, and how they are usually worked out. The emotions of a teenager can be deeper than any age and can affect their actions in high school quickly without any thought. Thank you.